Hi there, hello. My name's Polly Brennan and I'm a life coach. I'm a very lucky person because I actually get to combine two things that I'm really passionate about, and that's having adventures and life coaching. And I get to pull both those things together and make that my business, which is adventurous coaching. I love coaching people who are very resourceful but who want more and who are feeling stuck in some way to get out there and have an adventurous lifestyle or an adventurous approach to how they're living life. So I'm very lucky that I get to be part of that process, to collaborate and work alongside really incredible people. Just felt like it was time to maybe share my story. So what this is about is telling you a little bit about me. And I kind of wrote some things down, so forgive me if at times I feel like it feels like my eyes aren't on you, but I'm thinking and I'm reading and I'm also want to share a story with you. So as I've told you, my name's Polly Brennan. I'm a Glasgow girl through and through, and I'm really very proud of my Scottish roots. I'm the youngest child from a family of four children, and I'm from a family of extroverts. So I learned to find my voice early on and stand my ground from an early age in order to be heard. And I guess in life, so far on the whole, that's served me really well. From as early as I can remember, friendships and connecting with people has been something that's been really important to me. I've always loved people. Strong friendships have always mattered to me and always been very close to my heart. And I guess if you add my sense of adventure and mischief and playfulness and often inappropriate shenanigans, I guess you'll get the measure of me. So my teenage years, I guess, were filled with mischief, risk taking and experimentation. And one day when I'm much too old for my children to ever have felt it possible that I was capable of such mischief, I'm sure I'll share some of my stories with them of the things I got up to, but only some. Okay, so I remember being aware that I didn't maybe quite live up to my parents' expectations, and I guess there was an expectation about sort of going to university and making the best of yourself. And I remember around about that age, a lack of direction really, and a lack of hard graft, and being easily distracted by what other people were doing and fun. And as a result, I failed my exams and I didn't go to university, which was what I was planning to do. And I got a bar job. And I thought it was the best thing that ever happened to me because I was earning money and talking to people and having fun. Bearing in mind I wasn't actually of legal age to drink at the time, never mind serve behind a bar, but never mind. And I really enjoyed meeting people, hearing their stories, connecting with people from all walks of life. And I guess that's where I learned to deal with people and handle difficult situations. It was the university of life for me. It's where I learned lots about me, and the kind of person that I wanted to be. And I loved meeting people and I loved hearing their stories. And people's stories have always mattered to me. My first taste of travelling and adventure happened for me around the age of 16, when my sister took me travelling. My boyfriend broke my heart, and my sister, discovering that I was going through a bit of a tough time, took me off with her boyfriend. We went island hopping around the Greek islands for a number of weeks and visited lots of different places. That was my first taste of travelling and realising that visiting other countries and trying new things was something that really appealed to me. I remember then, in my late teens, visiting the States and going to Canada. I got a job as a nanny in Canada, which I never took, thank God, because at that time I just don't think I really had the skills and the experience to do that. At 19, my travels took me off to India. My parents were horrified that I was disappearing off with my boyfriend to travel around India. I got involved with an organisation called Action Aid there, and their work was helping people, poverty-stricken people really from small villages, to learn life skills for self-sufficiency, and teaching them to be entrepreneurs, I guess, really teaching them to have skills for life. And that kind of philosophy, give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime, really appealed to me. The idea of helping people to become independent really mattered. And that kind of really fitted with the life path I thought I was going to take, which was occupational therapy, was what I was going to go and study at university. And so that took me back en route towards realising that that was really important to me. So that took me to a new chapter of life, much more focused. My studies gave me 4 fabulous years in the city of Edinburgh, and that's where I really learned to look after myself. And then when I was really beginning to work out who I was, my first taste of living away from home and being independent and feeling grown up, it was very liberating, and I made some wonderful friendships there along the way. And that's where I discovered my love of exercise and triathlons. So I started doing triathlons in the early 90s and loved it, but wasn't particularly fit, but really loved it all the same. Some great friendships were made. Travels continued. I went interrailing. I think I borrowed student loans to buy books and went travelling, and travelled around Eastern Western Europe with my friend Moira. I had such an amazing time. And again, just great experiences and adventures, the people we met, the stories of things that happened along the way. Some of the stories I could tell you would make your toes curl. And I guess on that note, I'm sort of lucky to be alive, but we won't go into that. My studies also took me to Belgium. I had lots of placements around the UK and one in Belgium, which was phenomenal. And Moira and I, my friend, we sort of survived lots of experiences together around the globe. So lots of things happened, and I think maybe one I'll share with you is that there was a time when I used to think the drink called absinthe was called absence because I had a significant absence after a big night out. So after university, my first paid job took me to the north of England, and I still refer to this as moving down south, because as far as I was concerned, crossing the border was going down south. And I was planned to stay for a year, and then I was going to travel to the States. I unexpectedly fell in love, fell pregnant, lots of unexpected life events, and then, I guess 3 children later, I've got 3 really, really wonderful, wonderful daughters that I had in my life, and they love and educate and inspire me on a daily basis. They are pretty incredible people, in spite of the parenting, some might say. And parenting taught me so much about life and about me and about the importance of being patient. Lots of lessons learned, lots of mistakes. I get it wrong regularly, and that's also all part of the learning. Getting it wrong, getting it right, learning how to do things. It's all what life's really about, I guess. And the importance of practicing what you preach has been a really big lesson in parenting for me. Unexpectedly, there was a lot of life changes, including a divorce. And a year and a half ago, I unexpectedly met someone amazing. And we now have 6 fabulous children together. In terms of life being unexpected, we were faced with a cancer story, which was, it became a health adventure, actually, because we used that experience to learn lots together. To be very solution focused and to plan ahead and do what we could when we could, and really had quite an amazing time, and the energy that we created from that experience was phenomenal, and that story's now gone and done, so it's a new chapter. Again, that taught me lots about myself and about life. I've also really fallen in love with this wonderful place, the northeast of England, and I now call that my home. I'm very lucky